call it an official start. So welcome back to Crown of the Oathbreaker, everybody. As you finally acquired the pathway to the Tunnel of Love, which is where you've emerged from now, straight into the King's bedroom. Having passed the Royal Gate, I guess you call it, with the Master Key. And of course, at the moment, you've got a box of magical nullification, which has the evil deity token thing safely disposed of. And according to the plans of Lord Simondir, put the crown in a box and get the crown ASAP to Master Eden in the Arcane Tower. I think I mentioned this. Master Eden was a trusted ally of Lord Simondir because he was one of the ones who went on the ill-fated mission to rescue the Queen. And of course we all know what happened to the Prince, the departed Prince Krasnor. So you have a mission to try and steal a crown. As you emerge from the Tunnel of Love, just do one more thing. I'm pressing wrong buttons. Yes, so you've emerged from the Tunnel of Love, which is this little area over here, straight into the lavish bedroom of the former Prince Waldron Azanar. And it's luxuriously furnished, huge carpet made out of some silken hair of some exotic creatures, lovely couch, a weapons rack holding some very fine looking blades, and a small cabinet, looks like it's got some liquor in the cabinet. And stop for a moment, having sneaked into the palace, knowing you most definitely not welcomed here. So, members of the Five Winds Adventuring Group, what would you like to do?
So this is the bedroom of the king. Mm-hmm. Does it look like anyone has been sleeping in here? Like, has the princess moved in here?
It looks relatively untouched.
Okay. I'm going to go and listen to the door just to see if we've been noticed. So I might come up over to here, just do a sort of perception check to see if there's anyone standing outside it.
Sure.
I assume that our magically inclined people are not able to locate this object through arcane methods.
Probably not.
You can certainly try.
Alright, Arcana check, go. That's a nat 20!
What are you Arcana checking?
I don't know. my magically gifted tracking powers of the crown.
The natural 20 is wasted. And Balson, you press your ear against this door to the north, listening closely. You don't hear any signs of soldiers rushing towards you. You hear no demons or anything for that matter. It seems relatively quiet.
I whisper to the rest of the group, passing it on, and say, I thought it would be in here. I thought we'd be home and hosed. I didn't realise this was a proper infiltration. Talk, do you remember the layout of this place? Did you have need of wandering around these halls when you were working directly with the king?
So I suspect as a guard that I was never required to guard the palace. I was more an active role in protecting the crown.
You will
by
know
manning the walls and.
Yep, that is true. But you would know that the third floor is primarily royal family and their servants. Like all the royal bedrooms are here, for example, feasting halls. And also, there's a barracks to the east as well. But primarily
So,
royal residence. It's where the royals, the prince, the queen, the princess for that matter.
so I should imagine that somewhere within these confines is likely where the queen and her crown would be found.
That would be a fair assumption.
I know not which direction would give us the best chance of finding it.
Well, if the barracks are to the east, I presume that we might as well go to the west, I guess. I mean, I don't want to really annoy the guards, so to speak. About infiltrating this, though, like, do you think, like, I can see that there's a balcony out here. Perhaps all the bedrooms will have a balcony as well. Do you think that makes sense? Mayhaps the queen's room is directly next door, and perhaps the princess is the next one along.
Well, given the nature of the tunnel that we've just come through, and I suspect that was perhaps for the ancient times, or when the king himself in his younger days was more adventurous before he settled down with his queens, I could not tell whether he would keep his family close by or would want them far away, as to keep them away from his past.
Okay, well, maybe I would go outside and at least take a look out on this balcony here. Is that a window or is that a balcony, Malcolm, down to the south?
Both.
Both.
Well, yeah, it's a window. What am I trying to say? It's not. You can peer out their window, and all you'll see is the River Ninok to the south, the one that rises through the town. It might be possible to scale. It would be difficult though if you wanted to go on the outside of the wall. It's possible, though could have
This
disaster.
is wall. This is wall here.
Yep, that's wall
Okay.
there. Yeah.
So you'd have
No,
to
they're not ledge.
go around the
Not
ledge. Okay.
Not really a ledge, no.
Yeah.
I will say though,
Okay.
with Wizard's natural 20, there's two swords in the rack. One of them looks mightily well crafted, and the other one is encrusted with rubies. If nothing else, that grabs your attention.
Elson, I know you're a collector of fine, sharp, pointy objects. These two swords look to be of value.
Well, even if I were just to hold on to it until some form of rightful king were to return, I'd happily return it to them. I wouldn't say no. How do you think, Talk?
Well,
I don't want to overstep the mark for you.
I thought our mission here was to obtain the cursed crown, and by removing the cursed crown and lifting whatever foul magic or evil lays upon it, that would allow the princess perhaps to be returned to a more moderate ways that might allow the kingdom to recover.
Fair to say, I feel that there might be something inherently wrong with this princess, and the crown is more mimicking her state of mind rather than the other way around, considering that there's every insinuation that she shouldn't be on here. You saw how she reacted before she had the crown. She bit poor Pastor Timothy's ear off.
I was not there for that. I knew he had lost an ear, but since his erstwhile son had also lost an arm, I thought this was just part of their adventuring.
Princess bit his ear off because he said something rude to her or something. I don't know. Anyway, I have concerns about the corruption that may befall these things, and perhaps there's a sort of rather novelty, I guess, of us using some of the king's swords to restore the rightful chain of being.
Well, I have no right of ownership for those swords, so I will take no part in removing them. And if you believe the slippery slope of I will just borrow this sword to do righteous actions and then return it to its rightful owner at a later stage, I find that morally ambiguous.
But no, and since we're in your house, so to speak, I will defer to you. I mean, like, partly, I feel, at the very least, it seems like the sort of thing that's trapped. I'll just check out, see if there's any magical traps. I go over to it.
Okay, just hold on a sec. We'll get past Timothy sorted here for a moment. Technical difficulties here,
Yeah.
so so you don't see
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
right here, Pastor?
Yep, all good.
All good now? Okay, good. All right. Sorry, somebody was doing something. Somebody was doing something. Who was doing
Elson,
something?
worst case, when we find the princess, you can return them to her. And then I wink.
I'm checking for traps on the weapon rack.
Sure.
Is that an investigation, isn't it?
Sure. Yep. Absolutely. Investigation.
Oh, yeah.
That looks perfectly safe.
Okay. Which is either of them a short sword, or are they both long swords?
One's a rapier, one's a longsword. The longsword is the one with all the rubies on it.
I think that I'm going to leave the ruby one, but grab the rapier.
That's a very, very fine sword. Fine rapier, in fact.
Okay. How fine is it? I feel like I'm at a pantomime. How fine is it?
I give it a few test swings and it hums through the air in a magical way. And this confirms what with sword is a magical sword.
Ah, it is a magical sword. Is there anyone who can identify it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Well, I think just sensing how this works, and I look. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Talk, but I must say that yes, I might just borrow this for the meantime. It'll be a gift for when we restore the correct person. I'll give it to them. I don't want that princess to taint this either.
Okay.
Right, so we have 2 doors before us.
There are a
I
couple of-
imagine that we should.
There's a couple of other things. Just feel free to ignore them as you want, of course. But there is a very fine liquor cabinet holding some very fine liqueur. And remember I said that the room is relatively untouched. Wiz actually spots something on the writing desk. There's a note written there. And you'll glance over it when Wiz points it out. And it almost seems as if it's been scratched out, as if someone wants the thing that was written to not be read.
So,
Torque, you hold it up to the light, and it's not some secret message. But maybe with a bit of studying, you might be able to crack what it says. It's not so indecipherable, so if somebody wants to have a closer look at it, feel free to.
Alright, well, I'll. Is this a matter of perception, or should I. It looks like it's in common language.
Oh, you can recognize it as common, for sure. Yeah.
Alright, well then I shall attempt to read it. Can I suppose I will attempt to guide myself as well. Is this a perceptive or investigative?
I think you've argued both, so your choice.
There we go.
Takes you about 5 minutes to recognize, the style of handwriting, and 20 even better. And as I said, the note's been scratched out. Talk manages to decipher it. And I'll just post it in Discord. That's what it says.
When the last oath cracks and the crown is soaked in kin blood, a knight without breath shall rise where the old blood runs. He will come not for mercy, nor serve a throne, but bear the weight of broken vows and drowned kingdoms. His heart is ash, his purpose carved in pain, his blade remembers what the living choose to forget. He walks neither as friend nor foe, but the power he carries is bound to your fate. Speak truth, hold your word, and he shall not raise his hand, but betray your vow, and he will not rest until you join him in the earth. I should like to take this note with us.
Sure.
So that when we visit the master mage in the tower, that perhaps he should be able to make some sense of the oath.
Sure.
I wonder who the he is that they say will come. I wonder if that referred to the rising of Prince Krasner at the internment.
I think it's something
Possibly.
more than that. Possibly, I think it's something more. It feels like
Well, I just mentioned that because it mentions
At
how
the-
his blade remembers what the living choose to forget, and how that magical
Ah,
glaive
yes.
came forth.
No, I just had a quick look at that there talk. I'd like to see whether the original note and the scratches are all done in the same ink, or whether the note was written and then someone else scratched it out after.
I'll say with Talk's 20 perception, the person who crossed it out was not the person who wrote it.
It could make some sense if this note had come the way of the king, that given it seems a not too thinly veiled threat, that perhaps he would wish it not to be seen by others.
Or perhaps he was scratching it out as a vain attempt at making the prophecy go away. Something even he couldn't bear to see.
Well, the mystery deepens thicker about the events in the Fey realm with the recovery of the Queen. Perhaps Wiz, your family would have some knowledge of what the oaths were that were sworn.
Truly possible. Unfortunately, I left my family many, many years ago.
me. That I think is when the last oath cracks and the crown is soaked in kin blood. A knight without breath shall rise. But wasn't the crown soaked in kin blood years ago?
Well, with effect Prince Krasner's passing.
Yes, I think so. Like, I mean, I know that it was the king's passing that brought it up, but was that a knight without breath that showed up in the middle of the arena?
Hmm. Certainly, it could be read that way. Now, the question is whether the crown spoken of is the literal crown, in which case the soaking of blood could be when the tendrils of the crown reached into the princess's skull and pierced her skin, or it could be the metaphorical soaking of blood of the crown, in that the king himself he did some bad stuff. But perhaps we should push forward,
Certainly.
and things may become apparent.
Well, so, in terms of pushing forward, would it be wise to for one of us to hide, or perhaps someone to be dressed as someone who they could be dressed as and have free reign of this area?
Aye, I think I know what you're talking about.
There's a certain mask and a certain disguise self ability. I fear it would be caught, but at least one person to pop out and see, and then to call us through if the coast is clear.
Hmm. It's a good idea. I'm going to cast disguise self.
To look like.
The Queen Mother.
Queen Laurentia. Okay, got it.
Who has the doppelganger mask?
I do.
Hmm.
Would you like to take a go, Balson?
Oh, yes, well, of course. I'd happily take a go, but I mean, if you wish to go, I'll be right here, ready to attack should things go sideways.
You're more of a frontliner than I am.
Oh, okay, no, well, certainly, of course.
I think the doppelganger mask is attunement only. So you wish to spend an hour unattuning it and reattuning it, feel free, but it will take an hour.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I don't have it in my inventory, so I guess I don't know if it is or not.
DM says it is.
There we go. Let's send it, buddy.
Might
Has
be
a
a problem
counterpoint.
because I'm already
Wiz has
attuned
it.
to 3 items.
Maybe not then.
Well, you can have it regardless, because I'm already attuned to 3 items.
Okay. Well, I'll happily take it if that's what we see first. Okay, sure, I'll take it.
Now, I'm going to assume, I always say that Wiz, the player characters, know their abilities better than the players. So Wiz realized hours ago that he couldn't attune to the doppelganger mask and gave it to Balson, and Balson had enough time to attune to it, especially with the 3 attunement slots. So Balson, feel free to attune to the doppelganger mask.
Okay, sure thing.
And
Have
what
you
are
given it
looking
to
like?
me, or I just?
You just have it.
Yeah.
And what do you look
I'm
like,
gonna.
Balson?
I'm going to. I guess I'll look like a werewolf knight, maybe.
Sure.
That does that sound right?
Not too far off.
Thank you.
Just basically a snout. You put a snout on you and you're there.
Thank you very much. I didn't realise that you were so specious, Pastor Timothy.
Things look like things, you know.
You look like an ass.
I will say
very
also
sorry to hurt.
that Torque would also
you have
know.
to.
Torque would also know that the Queen's Laurentia, or Queen, the other one, would be directly to the west. Like there's some shared areas, there's a shared bedroom, but the Queen's chambers would be to the west, east.
Shall we?
Through the lower door is what I'm trying to say. This one here, in that direction,
South.
which is east. The south. Yeah, head east would
Yep.
take you to the Queen's chambers and the shared chambers and so on.
Okay. Well,
The other way.
shall we go, my liege? What is the
Right,
Queen's honorific? I want to just get that correct to talk. What is the Queen's honorific?
Your Majesty,
Oh, Your Majesty. Shall we go, Your Majesty?
or Royal
I think
Highness?
that would be a grand idea.
Oh my gosh, this map is so massive. It is very
is.
crunchy on my. Perhaps the rest of you just hide aside in case there's someone right out here.
Right. And shall we open this door as quietly as we can?
I sure would like to.
Bowson, make a sleight of hand check.
Mm-hmm.
Have some guidance there, son.
17 plus 4 is 20. Oh no, 17. Sorry,
17.
I thought I saw it as it was a 9. It was a 6. Okay, 17.
Okay, you creak the door open. Rip. And you see what appears to be some type of extravagant bathing chamber. There's a tub, obviously not meant for one, but meant for more than one. There is a gold-plated toilet, and rather disturbingly, you see splatters of blood on the floor right around here.
I'll look at it and see if I recognize it, see if it's human or not.
Sure.
I'll go and have a sniff.
Sure.
You go.
You can make medicine check or perception checks, your choice.
It's Ribena.
Ooh. Pastor Timothy smells it. It's most definitely human blood. And I'm going to say this as well. Pastor Timothy, with that excellent roll, you smell something rotting coming from the next room over. Just a smell of decaying flesh. Not pleasant. It's like I never smelt rotting human flesh, but I imagine it's sickly sweet.
Oh. The sweet.
Gentlemen, there's something foul past here.
I'm going to go across and listen to the door once this computer lets me. Unless it crashes. Yeah, it's crashed, so I'll just go back to this. No. Rats.
Well, in the meantime, I'll have a listen at the door.
Sure.
Yeah.
Perception checks. Bowson, you don't hear anything? You're a 6.
Yep.
Pastor Timothy?
Didn't come through. It was an 18.
Apart from the smell, you don't hear any noises. And if you give me just a second, I'm going to try and make this map a bit smaller. I was talking to the developers of this, and they said they never intended this to be a virtual tabletop, but then the module got insanely popular, so they kind of had to. But that means their maps are just a tad too big.
Massive.
See if I can make it a bit smaller.
Yeah, I run a House Divided on Foundry, and that map is massive. And it's so high detailed that it's constantly lagging for everyone.
Okay.
Well, Your Majesty, shall I take the lead? Oh, Hector, are you injured?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty beaten up from last fight.
I mean, I can't help you with that, but I'm fearful that this powerful smell through here might be some form of danger. Is anyone able to provide a mate?
Hector, have this potion.
Ah, I've made it too
Give him
small.
one of the healing.
Oh, yeah. Also, how we go to Cogwheel, go to graphics, and get the rounds. Okay. And so, what am I taking it to? To 30?
I'd uncap it. That way it's unlimited, so your PC doesn't have to struggle to make it a certain FPS.
Making it uncapped browser default, so make it uncapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do run a pretty old machine. All right.
Okay, so you're opening the door, Balson? Cool.
Yes.
Okay, what you see is presumably the king and the queen's shared bedroom. Should pop up in a second, hopefully.
Oh, that's the whole map.
Got the.
Look, guys, take a picture.
Holding my hand over the screen.
Me too. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Who zoomed in?
I saw a lot of blood splatters before I did.
Yeah. Yeah, good call there with the zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Hide full page. Reveal area. Let's try the old refresh.
Yeah.
Could you also do the dynamic lighting thing, maybe, where we only have like this, 30 feet around us that we can see?
I'm doing old-fashioned dynamic lighting. Oh, right. Because otherwise it just clugs to an absolute super duper slow. Okay, I think we're better now. Tell you what, won't worry too much about token placement at the moment, and we'll just do half theatre of the mind, and if it ever gets to a critical situation, then we'll switch to proper stuff. Okay, so yeah, good old theatre of the mind. No lag on theatre of the mind. Well, not for me anyway. I can't speak for others. But
Right as you said that, the room is revealed.
It's just been revealed.
as you walk into the room, as I said, this is obviously the shared bedroom where the king and the queen probably spent their nights together. And it seems odd that the king has his own bedroom and the king and the queen both share a bedroom, but so be it. The most disturbing thing by far is the four-poster bed. And this is a thing that smells so bad. There's a naked male wizard in there, chained to the bed, and the sheets are blood-soaked. Whatever happened here was entirely unpleasant. If you want a closer look, feel free to have a closer look.
Does he look like one of yours?
Does it look like one of mine?
No. You're a wood elf, right?
It was more
No,
meaning that he might have.
Just
Maybe
take a-
no. Did he know
sorry.
him from the? Did he know him from
Yeah, is he from the Emporium?
Emporium?
No.
Nope.
No?
So I take it we can tell that he's a mage because of his staff.
Well, that's true, right? I don't know how you tell if he's a mage, but he is.
Because he had some arcane symbols tattooed across what's left of his body.
There we go. We'll go with that.
He's still wearing his wizard's hat.
Never take off the wizard's hat.
Do you know, or anyone really, Pastor Timothy, do you recognize a ritual such as this?
Walk up and take a study.
Sure, even without any type of rolls. It's plain that this elfin body, even the expression died from 1,000 cuts, that's what this guy does. He has many, many cuts all over his body.
And any sense of how long ago this fellow expired?
Judging by the smell, it ties up pretty closely to when the princess became the queen and this whole madness started. So presumably she didn't like this wizard for some reason and decided to kill him on the queen and the king's bed. So sometime.
Looks like they had a real party here.
I should like to look to see if there are any personal effects that might allow us to identify. Perhaps if there's clothing.
Unfortunately, the guy is naked, so no. No personal
clothing
effects.
nearby.
Apart from his hat.
Apart from
He's
his
still
hat.
got a hat. Is this Doug's new character? Okay, you can join us.
And you're dead.
Sounds about right for this campaign.
Thanks, it was really awesome working with you.
Is this a glimpse of what awaits me?
Shall we? Oh, is there anything else of note in here? Do the blood, like the blood, was that the blood trail going into the shared bathroom? Does it look like that? That's where the blood sort of trail
Yes.
led. It's almost as if whoever killed him went and had a wash.
Could be. Definitely the trail from the bathroom to the bed chamber is definitely a trail of blood there. Yeah.
The mini cuts, do they look like bite marks or stab wounds, sacrificial stab wounds, something like that? Does it look bestial? Does it look
Looks like it was done with a knife.
ritual? Okay. All right, so just 1,000 little stabs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look, guys, I'm incredibly concerned. I mean, I knew all was wrong with this particular succession, but I didn't realize quite how wrong it would be. Talk. Would you happen to know? Should we go north or should we go east?
We we know that there is a guards barrack somewhere to the east. And
West.
It looks like
Sorry,
these
guard
bedrooms
barracks to the west. Malcolm has a terrible
west.
sense of
to
direction.
the left
so
on the
to-
screen.
To
Okay.
the left on the screen, thank you, is where the guards barracks are.
So
You're
we'll
kind of in
find.
the, you're in the bedroom area of the palace where the king, queens, princess would reside.
So not having ever been on this floor before, I would have thought if they have feasting halls and similar, that those might be either more central to where we are.
If we're hoping to find the princess in her bedroom, like to steal the crown, perhaps we continue going to the right.
Although, by the looks of it, I take it these bedrooms do not look like they're being used, other than for whatever foul deed this was in the execution of this person. So, I say we keep going eastwards from here to the right,
Sure.
and see what we discover, at least in the next room, before we venture into the, I imagine, more central corridors and feasting chambers. So
Okay.
again, we'll get out of the way while you open the door.
Yes, it seems I can't get past this chair, but I'll move the chair to the north and stand right next to it. And
You open the door and look in, and it's like some type of boudoir. How do you say it? Boudoir. Is that right?
Boudoir.
Boudoir. Thank you. Looks like sorry, my roll 20 is being weird. Looks like some type of boudoir for the presumably the queen. There's a large porcelain bath and another gold rimmed toilet, a vanity table with a triple folding mirror, numerous makeup, tools, perfumes, wigs, jewellery box. The jewellery box is empty before we start about looting. So the queen's private bathroom. And there is blood around this bath as well.
guys, there's blood around this bath as well. Like, what savage beasts? What's this meaning?
I don't think there's any meaning to it. I think it's all just random, chaotic behavior, truly in line with this princess.
I'm going to look around in this sort of bathroom area just to see if there's any sort of secret passages. I really want to search to
Sure.
see if there's some sort of secret entrance or exit into here.
Make an investigation check.
Oh yeah, my favourite.
The only thing you discover are some perfumes. They're very expensive perfumes, befitting a queen, but that's about it.
I look around if anyone's followed me into the room. Has anyone followed me into the room?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Then I leave them where they are.
I'll see you with the perfumes and say, oh, I'll have some of that. And I'll put on some perfume to enhance the disguise.
Sure.
I spray you with it, and then I'll try and sneakily put it into my pocket.
You don't have to sneak too much because I'm hastily writing on one of the mirrors in lipstick the 5 winds.
Feel free to pocket the perfume. And the perfumes, maybe one of you uses a word for people who study perfumes. I had a friend who used to really be into perfumes. He told me what it meant, but I've forgotten. But if one of you is like that, the perfumes are worth 560 gold pieces, which speaks to the extravagance of being a king and a queen. Like that is a small fortune for almost everybody in Aglarion, but here it's just perfumes.
Okay, well, I'll pocket it and yeah.
It's a nose.
Well, northwards then, fellas.
Yes, let's. Oh, this is crunchy.
Oh, and Hector, did you use that potion of healing that I gave you?
No, I did not.
Go on then, and I'll mark it off my inventory.
How much is it?
It's I'm not sure.
Yes.
It's probably
Potion of healing.
just a normal one. It'll be 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Thank you.
Plus 2. You open the door to the north. DM does it quickly for you. Whoops. It appears to be some type of wardrobe. There's wall-to-ceiling wardrobe. Several large mirrors, mannequins, and a whole bunch of clothes. Rather disturbingly, one of the mannequins has a dress on it. The dress is made from leather, and I don't know, I'm just going to give this one to you. Human leather. A dress made from human leather.
Oh, not quite fast enough.
Oh dear.
It rubs the lotion on its body.
Well, I should have done this before for the mage, but I'll at least say some words over these remains as well.
Sure.
And is that blood scattered everywhere?
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a theme.
Yes.
Well, at least you should be able to improve your disguise. Increase the quality of it. You now smell and look the part.
Is he put on the leather?
No, but I should imagine the other clothing. There might be other clothing there that might be suitable, and bloodstains or no, that would probably fit in quite nicely now.
If you want to find a good outfit to complete the look, feel free to make an investigation check to search through the clothes, see if you can find something that would add to
And I shall
Queen
provide you
Laurentius's.
some guidance.
Good.
And D4. You do find, Queen Laurentia, while she tended to shun the public eye more than normal, she'd make the odd appearance, and in the odd appearance you recognize some of the clothes that she wore during events that she just had to attend. And you find something Wiz, make me an Arcana check, please.
Arcana. Oh,
Okay.
that's what I get for rolling a nat 20 last time.
For no reason. Okay, so you find clothes that are...
I was handicapping myself.
You find clothes. If you want to put on a dress, pass it Timothy to fully complete the look, feel free to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it'll mean that even though the illusion of a dress is there, there's a dress underneath it, so that'll
Yep.
help.
Yeah, so you're almost doubly disguised.
Righto. Well, given the carnage that we've seen, is there a path to it in terms of blood tracks or stuff like that? Or
No, there's no bloody footprints. There's just splattered blood everywhere. As was alluded to, there is no pattern to this madness, perhaps.
I would imagine that the doors to the east and west would go to more living quarters, because this would be the the walk-in wardrobe for the queen and perhaps the princess as well.
So do you think should be north or east?
Well, I think the further north we go, the more likely we are to hit a common hallway, like a. Which would be more likely to run into patrols and stuff like that. So I think that
Or east?
yeah, east again, and then we can double back if we need to.
Okay, let's go east.
Okay.
And we're listening at each door as well as we go.
Yeah, let's listen to this door. Yeah.
Sure, make a
Absolutely.
perception check.
Come on, computer.
Put some guidance on the coming.
Spam the guidance.
Yeah, I hear nothing. I
What-
hear everything.
So was that a advantage pass, Timothy? Do you have advantage on that?
Yes. I make perception checks to do with smell or hearing with advantage.
You do hear something coming from the other side. Really, conversation of two people, two speaking in common, to no strange languages or anything. And they say, "Look, I'm glad we made the decision we did. The Queen's gonna stand victorious. She has all the power. She has all the cards. If we just play it right, continue to devote our allegiance to the Queen, protect her with our lives, we will be rewarded. She might be random, but she approves her. She loves loyalty. So let's just keep guard here, keep a watch out, and let's continue to serve the Queen. We'll be rewarded this life and the next." Then they stop talking.
Do I recognize the voices at all?
No. I would say no. No chance.
Okay, I'll hold my hand up and relay that via message to everyone. There's some guards out this way. Whether we deal with them now or later, or try to avoid them completely. Is there a way to bar these doors?
They're not lockable, so you'd have to come up with something creative.
Yeah. A couple of these chests or mannequins, something just in the way, just to make it harder for them to get through if they want to run through.
Going
Might be
through
an
the
idea.
Doors open towards us or away from us?
It opens. Imagine outwards, so you can make an exit out of the dressing room.
Right. Well, maybe a bit of rope around the handles then, if they,
Sure.
so that, yeah, that'd work.
Whoever's tying the ropes to lock these doors, you can absolutely do that, but let's see how successfully you do that with a survival check.
I can do
I
that.
got this, guys. Oh, he's got this, guys.
I'm just
And
going
let's
to assume
spam guidance.
guidance, absolutely. 15. Okay. So the doors are roped together. There be passages to the north and west, yes. Doorways to the north and west, rather.
All right, well, I'll go to the northern doors and listen there.
Sure, let's spam guidance. I'll yeah, talk. As far as you're concerned, nothing, no sounds coming from the north there. And Pastor Timothy, I assume you're listening to that one.
Right.
You hear nothing from that corner, from that doorway as well.
Well, either way seems fine to me.
I think
You're the ones in disguise, so you decide.
let's go west, just because I like the idea of the shared thing. So the shared corridor. So I feel west may be best.
Okay.
Yeah. And do you think it might be an idea to bind the door to the north as well? Or it might be wanting to run through there at some point.
Yeah,
So
let's leave that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You want me to open the door for you, Pastor Timothy, as stealthily as I possibly can?
Shut these doors behind us.
Okay. Just a sec. So you're opening the door to the east, and you're not barring any more doors just in case you need to make a hasty retreat. Okay.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sure, Siri.
Okay.
Okay, you open the door and you see you open the door quietly and you see the floor is covered in these vines. Looks like it'd be tricky to move through there, just some unnatural vines. Vines shouldn't grow like this inside, but it is growing inside nevertheless.
similar to the vine.
Yeah,
The
that was
vines that
great.
came up in the hall when we were.
When you
There were a bunch of vines that grew through the hall at the coronation ceremony.
There were some vines that grew
Was it?
all over the. There were some vines that grew all over the
Tower.
watchtower.
Tower
as
that we
were
were at,
attacking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Witches.
Yeah.
not really, not so similar.
In the middle there, because it's very blurry.
Mm-hmm.
What do those things look like? Are they flowers or are they
Yeah,
mouths?
The flowers, they're not very pleasant looking flowers, and vines are emanating from them. So it's the source of the vines.
Are the vines moving at all?
Make a perception check.
19.
Yeah,
Nice one.
they're twitching ever so slightly.
Dare I say it, I think we may need to go to the north. I don't want to trust us here. Or trust these things anyway.
Mm. Right.
I'll close the doors.
Sure.
Before you close the doors,
I am.
maybe I'll grab a bit of broken stuff and chuck it towards one of these flowers.
What are you chucking?
A bit of wood, a bit of timber or something that's broken on the floor, like off of a. There's a bunch of debris that looks like there is on the floor. So whatever it is.
Sure. So you just chuck it at the vines. See if they. I'm assuming you're going to assume that they're going to grab you or something.
Yeah, just to see if they react. Maybe I'll throw it in between the two if I can, to see if they reach out towards it.
The vines do indeed grab onto the piece of wood, and they kind of break it and splinter it in two. And whiz, you hear footsteps approaching. Duk, 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 going to the sound of the wood. What do you
Let's
do?
close the door. Close the door straight away.
And you continue to hear these footsteps, and something says, "Alright, if there's anybody sneaking, the Queen sees all. Hello, does anybody go there?" As you all held your breath, can you make me stealth checks, please? As you, I assume, are staying as quiet as possible.
It's just extra loudly.
Shut up, man!
Someone's coming! Be quiet!
Oh, that's interesting. So, natural 20s, 24, 26. And you hear it moving around. Heavily armored footsteps. You can hear the metal clanging on some sort of armor. And he goes, you hear him stomping away back to the north, and him calling out, "There's nothing. It's just the vines chewing on anything they can find. I'm glad they know us and they won't chomp on us, but if I was a human, they'd be finished by now. False alarm." You hear him. He's somewhere through the northern door.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh, that's no good. Because that's where we kind of want to head, isn't it? Okay, guys. Well, at the very least, there's two soldiers, perhaps.
Do you want to try and bluff them as Queen Laurentia?
Well, that's actually a very good point. Yes.
Order them somewhere.
Yes, no, precisely. We could order them to go pick up some pizza or something.
or perhaps that there are townfolk that she can spy from her window that have ponytails.
Oh, no. No, no, no.
Well, I think that's our best course of action, all things considered. Do you agree, Pastor?
Oh, I completely agree with you, Belson, and I totally exactly heard what you were talking about, and I wasn't texting someone.
Basically, the pair of us need to go in there, and you need to find some excuse to order them away due to your costume.
Yes, Jerry, yes. Let me get in character. Right. We're hoping that the vines won't react to us.
Oh, no, we're thinking of going to the north, but the
we're going north.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so we're getting more proactive with our subterfuge. I love it.
Yeah.
Lead the way, dearie.
Okay, well, everyone else hide.
Regardless of where your tokens are, I know it's a bit laggy. We'll have just Pastor Timothy and Baleson, the Werehound Hell Knight, heading through the doors to the north, while the rest of you kind of just hide behind the doors. Is that what you guys are doing?
That certainly sounds like it.
Sounds like what I should do.
Yes.
Okay. Oops. Sorry, just a sec. Come on. All right. So you open up the door to the north, and you first, whoops, that's not the right button, that's the right button. First of all, you see how these rooms all connect. It seems to be some type of living room situation, with seats and these vines and there's blood everywhere. And there is a Werehound Hell Knight guarding the door to the north. Pastor Timothy, before we do anything, you are dressed, you have disguised self as Queen Laurentia. You're wearing the literal robes of Queen Laurentia. So to determine how this encounter goes, why don't you just make me a deception check with advantage?
Ooh, I would love to, dearie. That one's not bad. This one is much worse.
Your Majesty, I thought you were in the council chambers. My apologies. How may I be of service? And another Werehound Knights comes from across from the west, and they both are prone, and they're both saying the same things, like, how might we serve you, my queen?
Yes, my loyal Werehound Knights, you have done great things. Great things in service of the crown, which you will be rewarded for in due time.
Of course,
but for now,
we live to serve you, my queen. Is there anything you need butchering? Anybody you require to be dismembered? Just let us know who, and we will do the rest.
Your loyalty is noted and much appreciated. For now, however, I would be alone with my thoughts. There is much to ponder and many plans to put in place for us. So I would pray thee enter unto the city and patrol there. Bring me back reports of what happens at each quarter of the city by sunrise.
They look momentarily confused that they're just doing patrols, but they know better than to disobey Queen Laurentia and to say yes.
At their momentary confusion, I would say, I realize this may seem like a demotion, but you are my upper echelon, my inner circle of the Werehell Knights, and I would have you report not just on the goings about of the civilians, but your brethren as well.
Of course.
I trust you.
We were among the first to bend the knee. We are your most loyal of servants.
Yes. And one other thing, I hear tell of a dangerous band of rebels. If you hear tell of the 5 winds anywhere in the city, bring that news back to me.
Of course, my queen.
Now go! Fly, my monkeys, fly!
And they scamper away. Well done.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they said if you're a human that they'd grab you. To me as a half-orc, do you feel I'll be safe?
Well, it's only one way to find out, son.
Okay. What can I see here? Is that like a big bed as well?
Sofas. It's like some type of entertainment thing with sofas and things. And I'll give you the other side of the room as well. As all, in fact, one weirdly shaped room. But sofas and dining room tables, all slashed. A lot of them are slashed up. A lot of them have got blood on them. And these vines are everywhere.
Is that are those windows in the north there?
Yeah. Also, you can glance through those. Some type of outdoor dining area.
Okay. I don't feel the need to go there. So, perhaps... Oh, all this blood. I feel like maybe we need to continue going east.
Perhaps, yeah. If you are going to go in first, though, I would offer you resistance.
Okay. Well, perhaps we'll go to the east through the doors that we barred.
Well, they just loop around to the other side of the room.
Yeah.
If you look at the map, it's all big one room, like a N shape.
Yeah,
around
yeah.
it.
No, I understand that.
Oh, sure.
But I think it'll be wise for us to now that the werewolf knights have gone, it'll be wise for us to just open those doors.
Okay, to take the rope off and open them up, no problem.
All right, and you give me resistance. I'm about to gingerly step out.
Okay. Now that you know that the vines grab stuff, it's relatively easy to avoid them. And what you notice as well is they're not even making an attempt on Pastor Timothy or Bailson. But the rest of you just scamper around it. Yep.
Okay, cool. If we can, I'd like to have a listen to probably this door to the south, I think. Oh, I didn't mean to open it. I meant to ping it. No.
Sorry, just a sec. This map is cumbersome. Just let me give me a refresh. Okay, make a perception check, Balson, while I'm refreshing.
Oh, it's killed my roll 20. My D&D Beyond.
Turn my aircon on while we're waiting. Oof.
There we go, perception. $14.
Okay. You do hear something. Actually, Balson, make me an intelligence check.
Oh my god, I'm so intelligent.
Roll.
7.
What you hear is some chanting. That's all I'll give you. The 7. Some type of chanting going on in there.
I hear some chanting. Perhaps we go to the north then.
Yeah, well, I'll go listen to the door in the middle of the room.
Sure.
And just see if I can hear the same thing.
Make a perception check. Make an intelligence check, Pastor Timothy.
Oh, that's... No.
Number one, you don't hear anything from the room you're outside of. You do hear the chanting coming from the room that Balson's outside of.
Well, let's go to the northern one then.
Sure.
And I'm going to try and silently open the door. Come on.
Pastor Timothy, you're leading at this one?
Yeah. Perfect.
Balson, you're opening the middle one there?
Yep.
You seem to have opened the door to the treasure.
Ooh. Is anyone in this room with me?
No, I'm at the top, looking at that door. It's all yours, bro.
You do hear something else apart from the chanting. And what do they hear from the room to the south, Doug?
You hear the shock in the grass as the chanting stops, as something appeared skewered as they state, that is not what we summoned. What? Who are you?
Roll for initiative.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll, Malcolm? If so, you'll have to... I got no token to click on to add myself in there.
Yes, it's because you're hidden. Make you unhidden. There you go. This southwest. Okay, so okay, good. So you hear. Say it again, Doug, and we'll pick it up. Keep in mind, I don't see anything yet. So what do they hear?
Yeah, I got a little more. Let me grab it here. They hear, as the cultists shock as something appears with something that they didn't think would come along with it, and you hear this voice say, "Well, that was careless of you. This was not your door to open."
The Queen wanted more demons, and this is what we get. You shall burn for this. You wanted this demon, and you obscured it. And one of these creatures, which will be revealed shortly.
I also need vision.
We'll get there in a sec. Once maybe someone opens the door. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I see my token. Good enough.
Yeah. I can't just do it for just you. And they say, oh, this is interesting. The Queen will like this for sure. But first, we shall flail your body. And one of them fires an Eldritch Blast at you for a 17. Does that hit your character, Doug?
Misses.
Zooms over top of the head. And she unleashes another one. Whoops, that's not the right button. That's the right button. For a 26. I assume 26 hits.
That'll hit.
So boom! A blast right across the bowels as you summon it. Says, let's finish him off. 1 versus 4. He's got no chance. And another one of these yet to be revealed.
How much damage?
11. And then 2 more Eldritch Blasts comes from a second member of whatever this is. There was a natural 1 and a 28. As a second Eldritch Blast blasts into for 13 points of damage. Now, Balson, you hear sounds of combat. Something's gone wrong with the summoning to this room here to the south. What do you do?
I sort of whisper out to the others, like, something unnatural is happening. I think this might be a chance for us to strike a blow to these foes. What say you?
Well, if it's them bloody cultists again, we gotta tell them what for.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a bonus. I'm going to take a bonus action hide, if that makes sense. Try and stealthily open the door and then fire into it. That's my sort of plan.
Okay, and I have Hector in the initiative order now. So go through, you open the door, and this is what you see. So you see an absolute mass of tangles of vines. Well, what do they see in the center there? Doug?
That's what... I just lost my character photo. 2 seconds. Okay, so what you guys would see is what appears possibly to be an elf, an extremely old, but yet you can say at one point it was possibly noble clothes, but now they're just kind of lost their shine. They're dingy, they're dirty. He has a devil skewered on his sword at the end. That is why the cultists are all shocked at what was summoned. He has kind of the left side of his head is shaved with very long flowing black hair going down the right side of his face. And let's see here. Passives is... Who's the highest passive? Wiz, with the 15 Wiz, you would notice at the correct angles of light, his black eyes have very like small flashes of crimson that goes across them.
Cool.
I can tell you what else I see. A prime fireball opportunity.
The most striking thing you see, though, Balson, is a demon that looks suspiciously similar. Not the same, but similar to Alden Lobo. Who remember who Alden Lobo is?
He was the dude they summoned underneath the Signmonder estate.
Mm-hmm. Not the Signmonder estate, it was in Old Grinder. This guy. But
Yeah, yeah.
it was the old Grinder with a summon where somebody suggested, and it seems obvious now in hindsight, that the demon that got away was Queen Lyrencia, and of course Queen Elisa, who went to do some other nasty things, obviously. So the demon you see on the end of this creature's body has just been skewered like a bearded devil, and you hear these creatures, these vine creatures, suggesting that they wanted the demon, but they didn't want this creature who skewered the demon. Something's gone wrong with their summoning. So Balson, as a reaction, you open the door. You just use movement. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to. So that's all I've taken. These creatures around them, what do they look like?
They look like they're mostly like a dryad. You know, a dryad's kind of half plant, half human. They look like dryads, but twisted versions of them. Usually dryads are quite beautiful, you know, with flowers making up their hair and plait, and this looks like some sickly vine version of a dryad.
Alright, well, in which case, I'm just going to... I'm just going to fire... Because can I take a bonus action to sort of hide behind this corner here? And I'll just take a shot at Modisa.
Since you're a rogue, you have rogue abilities, and if you have a bonus action hide, absolutely, make a stealth check.
Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. 18.
18. Let me check something. 18 hits. Roll. Roll and at advantage.
Yep. Cool. Right, dunk. With my short bow.
And sneak attack.
Hello.
Oh, there's a good way to start it. Beautiful.
Yeah. So here we go.
Natural 20!
And so I get to roll. Oh, that's rubbish. So 8 in total, and I roll those 3 again.
2, so 8 plus
11, so 19.
19 points of damage. Okay, the arrow flies straight and true. You know we have more interlopers. Let's flay their bodies for the queen. I need you to make me a dexterity check, Balson. Dexterity? Yeah, dexterity.
Okay. Safety throw, 15.
15?
I think you still have resistance on you.
Oh, yeah, I haven't used it. So what's the resistance give you? Plus?
If it's not been a minute.
No,
I get advantage.
No, you get a d4.
And I also get advantage on throws that I can see. So can I see this effect?
Yes. Well, let's cut the chase. 15 actually succeeds, so whatever.
Oh, I got it. 23 did too.
Yep. Let me just read the spell. As you hit her, she turns her eyes towards you and just clear. As a reaction, she casts Hellish Rebuke on you. And you take 5 points of fire damage. But you succeeded on the saving throw, and it's half, so... yeah, Balson. Is that your turn? Do you duck back?
Yeah, I'm going to duck back from there. I'm just going to back off one, go up one, if it lets me.
Sure. Well, we'll assume
we
you
go.
go one. Now, just as a note, these creatures have object permanence, so you can't do your stealth trick again. All right?
No,
they
of
will
course,
see you.
yeah, no, I remember that.
All right. Okay. Cool. But a great shot comes in. Hector, you're next to react. What do you do?
The vines aren't difficult terrain, are they?
Nope.
Okay, I'll spend 2 key points then.
Mm-hmm.
One to activate the Tentacle of Doom. And another one to take a dash as a bonus action.
Sure.
I'll do that later. I'm gonna dash in and grab this one. Oh, door. There we go.
Grab the
Grab
closest
the one
one.
next to me. Yep.
Okay, sure. She'll obviously try and get out. Roll 20, don't do this to me. Alright, so acrobatics 26. Oh, she'll need a natural 20 to avoid that. And she doesn't. So what you see entering, maybe an ally, maybe not, you don't know. But your character sees a man, or maybe a young man with a normal arm, and his other arm is a very, very long tentacle. And it comes up and wraps around this creature.
One quick thing. I forgot to mention that he has a shield on, even though he has no armor. And it's an upside down V. And Hector, make a history check, please.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay, Hector. Wrap a vine around her. What would you like to do next?
I'll use my remaining movement to make it to the window, please.
Well, how much remaining movement do you have?
Well, since I dashed, I have another 40 feet.
You can move for another 20 feet then.
Yeah, oh, whoops.
I'll tell you what. You can dangle her outside the window if you like, just because that would be cool.
Who said anything about dangling? I'm gonna throw her out the window.
Okay, she's going to desperately try to hold on, because why wouldn't she? Otherwise she's going out the window. Make an athletics check. You can drop her. This is to see whether she grabs hold of you on the way out.
At advantage or no?
Sure, you got the grapple, you got the upper hand. I did delete that past Timothy. Might need a refresh. I did delete it. That was me that put it there. And I really wish I had the goofy sound as he falls off the cliff, because that's what she does. She falls and she falls and she falls, and you hear a satisfying splat on the bottom.
You clutch, you filthy demon.
All right, well done, Hector. Right, as she falls out the window. Okay, Pastor Timothy.
I'm trying to reboot. Yeah, yep. Boom. Going in. Launch game.
Assume you're going to get down to the room to have a view inside, is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to get down close to the room.
Okay, that'll take you a full 30 feet of movement.
Yep. And I'm going to do... Passively's going to do what Passively does best.
Yes.
Which is... Oh, Belson, you didn't stay there.
What's that, sorry?
No, I'm going to say... Sorry, you jumped out, or else I could have given you a weapon attack.
Yeah, that's okay.
Stay back here, and... Can I see Hector from where I am?
Yes. So he's dropping one of these creatures out the window.
Right. I'm going to... Because you're still a little bit beaten up, I'm going to give you a... Oh no, I'm going to... 30 foot. I'm going to bless... distance spell bless Hector. Well, make sure he's within 60 feet. I imagine he is.
Yep.
Yep. Hector, Balson, and this Kalar fellow. Who looks...
Alright.
Yeah, that's the token formerly known as Kalar. Ignore the Kalar right now.
Alright, but that guy right there, alright.
Yeah, and Kalar, if you still have a reaction, you can make a weapon attack.
I do. That's great. I don't have range.
Okay.
Does it allow me to move at all, or no?
No, just the
Okay.
weapon attack.
All you see on him is his sword and shield, and then that dingy, old, fine clothing.
Okay. Well, it was just going to be a nice new, hey, new guy. But in that case, Hector, make a weapon attack.
Better.
Okay. Punch this one, I assume, with your long tentacled arm. Oh, we better with a quarterstaff. Bonk, that hits. It's one or two-handed? Two-handed, I assume. Well, one-handed, one tentacle. Okay, so make a dexterity saving throw, please, Hector. This one casts Hellish Rebuke on you as flames are up around you. You avoid the worst of it. Ooh, 16 reduced to 8, so 8 points of fire damage as the flames of hell envelop you. Pass to Timothy. Is that your turn?
That will be my turn, yes.
Okay. This one slithers over here. She says, "That was not nice, what you did to my sister, tentacled one. This has all gone terribly wrong. We shall kill you first, and then you second, because you destroyed the summoned demon that the queen wanted. Hector, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Don't forget you're blessed. I'll tell you if a bless is going to matter once you've made your wisdom saving throw. Roll a d4. You watch as Hector falls to the ground unmoving. This one says, excellent essence. Let's push him out the window like he did to our sister. Ernetta, go get him. That was her movement to get over there. So that was her turn. Wiz.
I've had enough of these goddamn triads, dude. I place a 20 radius circle, or can I just see you in a 20 radius circle?
Yeah, I got you. Now I will point out you have one ally in there and one possible ally.
Oh, that's no concern.
Alright.
I just need a 20 radius circle.
Now I do have a rule, like you're purposefully damaging other players, which is something you can do. But I just need Doug and Riley. Are you okay with this?
Oh, I'm not damaging them. They don't need to worry.
Oh, okay. All right. As you were. What are you doing? I'm assuming too much. What are you doing, Liz?
I am casting. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this so I can do the most here. I'm gonna cast just enough that it might get that last quantity. We'll do this. I'm gonna cast silence in the.
Ah, okay. Shoop. I'm assuming too much. And the monologuing, the yelling, the cursing, just.
I don't have any AOE damaging spells.
No, this is envisaging a fireball. Especially since you literally said
Not
fireball
almost
about
yet.
20 minutes ago, but. Alright.
Yeah, but I'm not level 6 yet.
Alright. The room goes quiet. Okay, Wiz, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's
So,
Not
Kayla.
all Bardic Inspiration, Kayla.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ding dong, Bardic Inspiration.
Well, I imagine Kayla, you give a little flick of your sword as a demon falls off and lies as a corpse on the ground.
So Malcolm, I have a question. Modicius, because silence says a verbal component is impossible there, does her spell drop?
No, because all she needs to do is concentrate on it.
Okay, alright, fair enough. Pastor Timothy, because you poked your head in seeing my character as well, and Wiz or Baleson, if any. Pastor Timothy for sure, make the check, and Wiz or Baleson, if you guys are proficient in history, please make a history check.
That's not me.
Oh, yes, my +2.
Ooh. Good roll.
Oh,
I say I've learned a few things.
you have
My
learned
days
a
in the
few
academy.
things. Baleson, are you proficient in history?
Oh. No, I'm a big dum-dum.
Okay. Alright, so, Wiz, what would ping with you with that upside down V is it looks like an old symbol from an ancient house that nobles murdered and destroyed called the House of Voss.
It's like
Yes.
like a noble house that has fallen, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
Like a noble house that nobles got too concerned with their status and completely murdered the whole lineage.
Alright.
Okay.
That guy's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
what I say. That guy's
Annette
supposed to be
has
dead.
used her reaction on Hector, so we will
Yeah.
go to Medusa. Okay, still learning this new class. I can straight do it with a bonus action, so I'm going to use a bonus action to place a seal on Modicius. I can either do it when I hit or burn a bonus action for it. So I'm going to put a seal on her.
Okay, she's sealed.
Ooh.
Yep. It's just an invisible seal. Nothing happens yet. Just an invisible seal goes on her. She's basically been branded by me.
Okay.
And now that a creature that has a seal on them is considered an endirted creature. And when I attack an endirted creature, I had all this ready to go. I had to change my sheet. I'm sorry, 1 second here. Oh, where did it go? Basically, I get here it is. Master of Death. And the first attack against an endirted churchy on each of my turns, I have advantage, and if I hit, then I get a strike from dark. So the first attack is basically advantage, sorry.
Sure. Okay.
For the long spew. So that is a 26 at advantage.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Is this room dim light at all with the silence?
Nope. It's not. That's
Nope,
not how
nope,
silence
okay,
works.
no, that's well, I only seen 3 light sources and the silent, so I wasn't sure if it was dim light or normal. So it's this base damage, and I get a number of D4 equal to my proficiency bonus because I have advantage on the attack roll, and they have a seal on them. So 1, 2. Thought they was gonna roll them all at once when I clicked that button. So sorry, 6, 10, 13, 11. 11 damage on that strike. No, 13, 14. I can't do math tonight. Wow,
14.
I'm sorry.
14 damage as you
14.
slash across it. And I'm going to have what?
Since a little bit more. Since they took damage, wrong one. Sorry. Since they took damage, I can choose to burn the seal for 1d6 necrotic damage per seal burned or fire. So let's go ahead and do 1d6 fire damage to this plant-based creature, burning the seal. The seal disappears from them for another 5 damage.
Whatever's come over you, Hector, fades. You're just prone on the ground as she dies. Comes up and I assume none of those things required a verbal component?
No, that's abilities.
Okay.
Straight abilities.
Okay, so
Yeah, I only got 4 seals per short rest, so I got 3 remaining.
Alright, okay, so
It's kind of like monk points.
yeah, cool. Cut her down. And she would give a monologue, but she is not speaking. Is that your turn, Doug?
That's the turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a second attack, but that's the turn. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the turn.
So that's the first time I've seen an Illrigger crack off in D&D. That's pretty fucking rad.
That is rad.
That's the shadow. I'm the shadow subclass of it, so it's kind of a like nerf on a rogue with a little bit of extra stuff. This is my favorite component of it is I chose the bravado. So if I don't wear armor, my AC equals my dex plus my charisma, and I still get a benefit from a shield.
Wow.
So I'll go ahead and change my AC since you guys see that now.
Iris screams, doesn't hear anything, and I made her roll an intelligence check to see if she could work out what's going on, and she's just going to randomly run around here to the north, screaming as she goes, and finally she hears her screams and is going to cast a spell moving out of the silence thing. And she is going to see Wiz standing right there. It says, you are up to no good. And she fires an Eldritch Blast straight at you, Wiz, rolling a natural 1 as the Eldritch Blast just flies over top of you. She fires a second time for a 26. That's a bit better. I assume that hits, Wiz.
What if I counterspell that?
Do you wish to counterspell it?
I'm gonna counterspell that just cause.
Oh, well, it's a cantrip, so that is counterspelled, and you avoid taking 8 points of force damage. And she says, curse you all. Torque. Finally.
Talk no talk.
Talkie.
Torque is throwing a javelin at this one here, I assume. 23.
That was the one I was getting in line with. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is my last javelin that hasn't been lost, so I won't be able to make the second attack since I have. Oh, I gave that dagger back, so that's all right. So yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Torque.
Do it.
20. Take half of this. Take 7 points of fire damage as hellish rebukes.
Now I'm also fire resistant, being myself.
So
All
take
that. So is that
3 points of damage.
righto? Okay.
Okay, so javelin thrown, a little bit of damage.
Yep. I'm all good. I don't think I've got anything else to do. That's as far as I could get.
Okay, cool. Annette looks at her dead sister and the one out the window and says, alright, this guy is ripe for the pickings. Time to throw him out the window. She's thinking that you're prone, that you're out of it because you just fell to the ground. Make me an athletics or acrobatics check, Hector. She rolls an 18. Oh, 25. She says, oh, you're supposed to be just a lump of meat. That was her action to try and throw you out the window. But she fails. Balson. Oh, she's not talking, you're right. She's she's proficient in sign language because it's fun talking like monsters. Balson, as you were.
Going to radio.
Yes.
So, come on. Is that door closed, is it?
No, it's open.
There we go. 2 here. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go. Yeah, because I've used my bonus action for the rage. Okay, sweet. And I'm just going to shoot at the one that's holding Hector. That's next to Hector.
Sure.
Boom. Short bow.
Sneak attack will apply, of course, if you hit.
That won't apply.
Oh, no.
And I'll bring up my sword and I'll go a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3. That's as far as I can get.
You do hear the arrow flying outside the window, and some poor commoner
Oh no.
gets skewered by an arrow.
I got the sneak. So did I get the sneak attack damage on that? Because he never saw it coming.
Sure. Well, he's a commoner. He's got 4 hit points. What's he going to do? All right.
Just out on the river.
Just going about their life thinking, maybe I can survive this curse, and then get skewered by a random arrow. Okay, Hector, this hag-type creature tries to roll you out the window but fails. What do you do?
I'm gonna stand up menacingly and wrap my tentacle around her neck.
All right. Ooh, she might actually avoid this. While I'm looking, I'll just roll a d12. Ah, yeah, that definitely doesn't work.
Well, then I guess I'll just have to try again.
Yeah. And remember, you're blessed.
Not for ability checks, though, unfortunately.
Oh, even better.
And she's got a +1 to this. 12, Hector! That's the first time that's happened. Oh, actually, no, bless doesn't help. Not with this one. And you don't even get to monologue as you do. You can monologue if you like, but you're the only one who hears it in your head.
In your head, in your head. I'll spend a key point and to make 2 punches against her.
Sure. I assume you spring to your feet, and you get just
yep.
2 normal straight roll for the punches. No advantage for these. Oh, buddy! Ah!
Ooh.
Oh, that one of them just swings wide. The other one smashes into her face, but her face is covered in bark, and it does absolutely no damage.
Bless?
Bless might help on the second one. You need to roll a 4 on your bless. Let's roll a d4, Hector, and get a 4, and you will hit. Oh, so close. 15 is a miss. Unfortunate round, Hector. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Pastor Timothy's everybody's favourite holy man. What would you like to do? Or what would Queen Laurentia like to do?
Queen Laurentia, true. Queen Laurentia will enter the room and say, "What is going on here? This is not the plan. You, all of you, you hags, quit it. Quit what you're doing." And also, while I'm doing that, if that's not an action,
no, I'd say, well, make a deception check at advantage. My queen, says this one. They attacked us. We're only defending ourselves. They are not from here. We shall destroy them, even as where Hellhound Knight is turned against us. Seems it was very hard to.
He is acting upon my orders. This, and I'll point to Gravebound. This man, be as he is an important agent, and is not to be interfered with. All of these people are important pieces on the chessboard, more than you pawns. Stand down.
They look confused. I'm not going to tell you what they do until it gets to their turn. So you're not sure if it's worked, Pastor Timothy. I'll still give you an action if you wish to do something.
Yeah, my action will be to cast Vortex Warp on Torque and send him right next to Aras.
You okay with that, Torque?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And being as I've cast a level spell on you, Torque, you may use your reaction to make a weapon attack if you so see fit.
Well, I suppose it would be rude not to. No.
And you're not blessed. You are not blessed, so that is going to be a swing and a miss for your reaction. Okay, past Timothy, is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, Mr. Wiz. What would you like to do? Still concentrating on silence.
I don't really have except for I guess I can cast a guiding bolt on Ayaras.
All right.
Holy rolling, Jesus!
Crashes behind her. That's a miss.
Well, I'm gonna step up here. That's my turn.
All right. Kayla, surrounded by a veil of silence. What do you do?
Alright, here's just a quick tidbit for the seals. That way people understand them a little better. It can either be a bonus action to automatically put a seal on, or if I hit with a weapon attack, I can put a seal on.
Okay.
He is going to map this out. So he's going to go over here. And he's going to take an attack. I forgot I got 2 attacks, level 5. He's going to take an attack. And the way he was summoned, he literally don't give a shit. He doesn't hide anything. He looks at Onette. Tasty. And he rears back with his mouth as his fangs open up as he goes to bite into her neck with a fanged bite attack.
Okay, you say tasty, but no one hears you, but a 19 will hit.
Yep. Okay, 19 hit. It is... Take that away. It's this damage. And 4, and I get to choose something here. She's not contract or undead, right?
Nope.
I will choose to regain hit points equal to the damage dealt by the bite, so I will regain 4 HP.
Ooh. Very vampire-like of you. Okay, cool.
That was only 10. I have 35, so we will move back. Oh, wait, I mapped that. That's the wrong map. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I mapped that up. I thought I mapped that up in my head. Wait, it wasn't 10. I was here. That's what's wrong. No, it was 10. Aha, there it is. There's the mapping. Okay.
Are you purposely moving away from her?
What?
I am.
She is going to hit you with a club and roll a 10. So it just swings wide. So attacks of opportunity miss as you swing up to the other one.
And have not used my bonus yet, so I'll go ahead and burn a second seal to bonus action, put a seal on Arias.
Okay.
Since her Hellish Rebuke is down. Have advantage on the attack now with Bless. Wow, double 3s with advantage, so I don't think Bless is going to save a 10.
No, 14 will miss. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's the turn, yeah.
Swing and a miss. Now, with Pastor Timothy's urging that this is all... They've done something wrong, but Yep.
I just want to copy one thing so the party knows. So now that it has a seal on, it's endured, so it doesn't have to be me that damages it. I can choose to burn the seal at any time it takes damage from a party member.
Ah, nice.
And it's not an action or a bonus action to burn the seal.
She is not going to retreat, but she might get confused. So it's going to require a high roll because she's been attacked. But I'll say a 12 or over. She values her life more than loyalty to the queen. She is going to... That'll be a disadvantage. She's going to turn to Kayla, all grave bound, and say, make a wisdom saving throw. Mr. Duck.
18.
Why don't you lie back down like the lapdog you are? And you resist. 18's a success. Torque, you see her trying to cast a spell on Kayla that has failed. And Kayla all of a sudden remembers that he has Bardic Inspiration that he could have used, but never mind. Torque.
Right. Okay, eat mall.
Eat more.
No!
What type of mall
Come
eating
forget.
are we doing here?
A natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Mall
Natural 20!
plus 1. And I think, because I always forget to do this, that we're also going to burn a level 1 spell slot.
Haha.
Do that, and remember to smite. Yeah, just a standard smite, I think.
So
It might
it'll
be
an
fire
extra
resistant.
4d8.
Yep.
So Malcolm, I need your ruling on this. Since his natural 20, I'm going to burn this seal since it took damage. Is it
Sure.
just 1d6 or do I
Yeah.
double my d6 to 2 since his natural 20?
You double it. It's any dice rolls.
Okay,
It's
so
a dice roll.
on top of his damage, once he rolls, I will roll the 2d6 for the seal being burned.
So you get another 2d6. So roll 2d6 on top of that torque. This might be a one-shot deal. So at the moment it's 8. 14. Now roll 4d8 for your smite damage.
No!
And another d8 for the mall, right?
And we did the 2d6 for them all already.
Oh, okay.
So it's just your seal damage. How much does the seal damage do?
Oh, I thought he was rolling my seal. My seal is 1 when it takes damage. So is it just 1 or is it 2 because of his natural 20?
It's 2d6, so it's another 2d6 on top of that.
Okay, so then 6.
She's just a squishy puddle on the floor, Torque. That was amazing. She's just pulp. You pulverized her. Well done, Torque.
Well, I think it would have been a vaporized with that blinding blast of light as well. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, missed. Turns out, well, she's dead. She's very thoroughly dead. So how much was that? That was 14, 39, 45, I think. Yep, she has less than 45.
Yikes.
Yep, that's awesome. Okay, well done, Torque. Is that your turn? Have you done enough?
No, I suppose I can move the 30 feet, so this 10, 25, we're on our way. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
now.
so rushing through into the silence. So Net's turn. She can't say anything. She is going to fall to her knees. You don't hear what she's saying, but it looks like she's begging for something. What is that going to be? We'll see. Balson, what do you do?
I'm going to go in reckless and attack her.
Oh,
I think.
Yep, she's prone. You don't have to reckless. You already have advantage.
I know, but I want to get a crit. I'm crit hunting.
Ah!
Yeah. Here we go. Short sword. Yeah, that's what I get for crit hunting.
Roll a d4.
That's right, I forgot about the bless.
You'll need a 4 though.
Here we go. I did get a 4.
There you go. That will hit.
yes.
That is my total. I get a 12 damage. Oh, plus 2, 14 damage.
Alright, she's very seriously injured, but I... Oh, just switch to Hector. Hector, she tried to throw you out the window last time. What do you do?
Go for a grapple.
She rolls a 12. Okay, you grapple her.
I'm gonna pick her up, and as I'm dangling her out the window, let's see what she has to say.
I give up. This has all been a gross misunderstanding. Please don't drop me like you did my sister. I'm a wealth of information. I can tell you all sorts of things. Just don't kill me, please. Please.
You ever heard of a man called Isaac Newton?
Ooh. Isn't he that mage from Harveston?
Yeah. He's done real good work in gravity spells. I think you should do a little bit of studying up on gravity yourself.
Oh, it's a shame you're in the silence cone, Riley.
I'm taking him to be here and dangling her out this side.
Right.
So, just
come back to me with your findings. And throw her out the window.
And with that, she falls to the ground, and she is dead. And the immediate threat of danger passes. And calmness returns. But there was a strange new person here. What do you do?
I mimed him. Ah. You know what I mean?
I'll assume you dropped the silence spell, Wiz?
Yes.
Are you okay? Wow, that looked brutal.
Are you talking to the new guy or Hector?
I'm talking to Kayla.
Oh,
new
okay.
guy.
I am fine. They did not know what they opened with their puny summoning ritual. I can still smell the stench of betrayal in this land, though.
So, sorry, did you get summoned?
No. That mere devil tried to get summoned, and I made sure I stepped through with it, with my sword through its heart.
Aha! Okay. We confused you earlier, to be honest. Hello? My name is Bailson. And you are?
You can just refer to me as Gravebound. I was once a son of Voss, but with their betrayal of the nobles, now what am I? A knight, a corpse. I am what remains when vengeance outlives death. When you cry to the beyond for power, and something answers. Bial, the archdemon, gave me power. Your enemies tampered with old forces, and they cracked a seal that best laid buried. I do not ask for your trust. Just keep your word, whatever it is. Or Bial may command me to be the sword that clears his path.
So you wouldn't happen So are you saying that if oaths get broken, you get sent to take vengeance on this?
Unless it depends on my own personal vengeance. I can smell the nobles that betrayed my family.
You can smell them here?
Well, you're wearing the perfume.
Quite the sniffer.
The sword. It talks to me. It cries out. Do you not hear it?
Nope, don't hear anything.
It gives me whispers.
So just hit the sword that he has, just so a little context for you guys. It's a special magical sword, and it gives that stuff on a couple other things it does to him. But
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
the Voss, is that a family, a noble family that we would know? Or is this...
Wiz knows.
Ask the one that said I should be dead.
Right. And
His house.
Brave,
It doesn't
you
exist
from
anymore.
the land originally? Are you from Aglarion? Or are you from another place?
We were on the borders of Oglarion, just after the moon shattered. They feared the power we were gaining to fight the angels. Most of the houses turned against us. The only one that held their sword was Monder.
Oh, Wonder.
Oh.
The Wonder family
They murdered
showed
my family. In the cold of night, all of us, every child, baby, didn't matter. I, the eldest son, put up a fight. But when I was slain, I was not dead yet. I called out, and Bial answered.
Does he ping his undead?
technically, technically a Damphir, so no. Maybe I don't know. Your call, Malcolm. I don't know if Damphir's ping as undead.
Yeah. Technically not.
Like,
But I'll let you decide whether you're undead or not. But rules is written no, but you can be undead if you want to.
no, he just doesn't. Tabletop, not undead. He just doesn't have his soul anymore. He's soulless.
Oh, okay, so not undead. So Divine Sense doesn't pick him up.
Downstairs
He's a
are the
teacher.
living dead.
But Undivine Sense would ping on the weapon he's holding because the spirits of the past are echoing stuff to him. So his weapon would ping like not undead-esque, but with spirits.
There we go. That's what. I see.
Okay.
And perhaps you, Baleson, as a phantom rogue, would have some sort of I can't remember the word. Relevance to that as well.
Connection? Affinity?
Yeah, affinity. Yeah.
Well, I think through my powers, I'm talking to him right now. Like, I think that's working. Listen, I just sit in a quiet spot and talk to the dead of the area and seem to glean some form of information. Or occasionally the dead can help me cause pain. But Yes, perhaps. Oh, we'll sit together at some stage and see if we vibe. Now, look, I've got a clear question for you though. Like, what think you of the current state of the monarchy here in this fine realm?
The monarchy tampered with forces beyond theirs. I have been sent here to punish them and the betrayals.
All right, I think we can work together. Dare I say it? We're on a mission most important. If you wish to join us, that is. Like we're seeking to restore the natural order of things.
Did you not get the note that was left for these times?
Aha! So is that note referring to you?
Has the crown been soaked in blood? And was forces beyond their means trying to summon something they knew not of?
Yes.
Did I not stand up to 4 of them before you arrived?
Yeah, to be honest, like seeing the way that you handled yourself, I'm not altogether sure we barely helped you. You would have held your own, regardless.
I need to...
You walk neither as friend nor foe, but the power is bound to your fate. Aha.
No, Doug.
Okay. I am just a sword to help your way. Do not break an oath, or friend I will not be no more.
Talk,
Right.
Timothy.
Oh, a pastor! Are you okay dealing with somebody that has sold their soul to an archdevil that has been in the infernal plane for years past your own?
Well, if nothing else, I'm sure we'll have some interesting conversations, Mr. Gravebound, Mr. Voss, and perhaps we'll come to some understandings around where it is we are all going. Have you heard about the good news? The light of the Redeemer will touch us all, and it is only up to us to open our eyes to it. Although I see your eyes shine with a different light.
Oh, you're one of them. I thought they tried to take over the realm and that all got stomped out.
Well, the church has had many different iterations, and as it stands right now, we do as we always have, try to follow the better inclinations of the human nature.
I am past human.
Well, yes. And I'm sure we'll have fantastic conversations about that as we go about our business. But right now, we seem to be right in the middle of something, Mr. Gravebound. Would you like to join us as we try to rid this countryside of a vile plague, which happens to have quite a strong oath-breaking component to it? Seems like it might be right up your alley.
Well, Bial sent me for a reason. Lead the way. Show me your enemies. My sword is yours.
Lovely.
But
Hey, guys, and I'll gather the rest of the 5 winds and just quietly whisper, "That guy doesn't seem like he's all there, if you know what I mean. But I think best we lead him towards the light, is lest he stray too farther from it. Just keep an eye on him, I would."
Pastor Timothy, was it?
Aye, that's my name. Aye, that's my name.
I don't mean to scare you, but sometimes I get a little hungry and it won't be much, but you smell kind of good.
Oh, no, that's just the perfume. It's just the perfume. I guarantee you, I'm a terrible, terrible meal. The Queen herself had a bite of my ear, and she's not doing too well herself nowadays.
Oh, I don't want body parts, just some of what is inside you. But I've been fed, I'm fine right now. That dryad was, a little dry, but filling.
Right, yeah. And Pastor Timothy is a little bit scared, a little bit taken aback, a little bit intrigued, and a little bit turned on, to tell the truth.
There you are. You put on a dress for a quarter of an hour and pretend to be the Queen.
But he's doing his best to remain unflustered in front of the grown-ups.
Yeah.
All right. So with this new ally, it was a Bowson, I think, opened up the treasury room, and Pastor Timothy listened here and heard nothing for the one further to the north.
Shall we move further north? I believe we may be heading. Hopefully, we find this princess with her crown. Kayla, you wouldn't happen to know how to find a crown, would you? Oh, sorry, gravestone. What is it? Gravebound? Any special powers with that?
I'm just here to be your sword. I do not know where this so-called crown may be.
Okay.
But if you need killing, point thy way.
Sure.
Or if you are near a noble or a cultist, my blade may sing.
Oh, Your Majesty, shall we go first?
That seems like a good idea. I'm just trying to move my token. Yeah. Now it's moving. Creeping. Going.
I indicate the treasury to see if anyone wants to grab anything from it, but I'm not grabbing anything myself.
Well, first of all, I should have mentioned the doors of the treasury stand open. There are several iron-bound chests occupy this room. All of them are open. All of them are empty. There is a small amount of treasure scattered around on the ground. Just a mere 11 gold pieces and 17 silver pieces. Now, as made abundantly clear, the kingdom was thriving under King Waldron's Azanar's rulership. Times were good. They had a well-paid standing army in case of invasions. They had a well-regulated law system with the Red Cloaks. Everything was going well. And you know that whoever looted this treasury probably left with an absolute fortune, because the kingdom was doing well. Not so much now, but someone has taken a lot of money from the treasury. That was weird. Okay, so you hear nothing past that door to the north. What do you do?
Let's go through. If you give us some space, so in case there's some people through there. This funky roll 20.
Yeah.
I can't quite move my token to where it needs to go. There we go. Okay, I'm ready to open it up.
Okay.
Back off so that it can't be seen.
Okay. Roll 20. Well, no, roll 20 is more than map, not designed for roll 20. All right. Okay, you open up the door. Nothing jumps out to attack you, but you see a private sitting room where you could entertain guests with, and you hear a distinctive voice coming from the north of the room. Yes, do that again. Oh, that one hurt. A very distinctive voice of Princess Athena / Queen Athena. Oh, yes, that one was a good one. Do it again. Do it again. Some sort of weird, perverse game. But it's most definitely the voice of Queen Athena.
Who is that?
I think it is our quarry, so to speak. Now, are we going to kill her to take the crown, or are we just going to incapacitate her?
We have no reason. We believe that the crown has corrupted her.
Is that what? Do we believe that the crown has corrupted her, or do we believe that she was corrupt to begin with?
Well, she was always well regarded by the people.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. She was loathed by the people. She's a horrible person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
She is.
I
She
always
is a bad-
said people speak of her great beauty.
Because they had to.
Everybody
Like,
knows.
She's a bit on no doubt, but she's not responsible for the things that have happened since the crown went on her head. So I believe that the correct course of action would be to remove the crown, if we can, but for the greater good of the kingdom, if her head comes with it, then that's something that might need to happen. Sork, I'm very sorry.
This the one that bit his ear off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead my blade.
No, sorry, Malcolm. When she transformed, did she look like it was shock or surprise when the things dug its claws into her head, or did it look like she was expecting it?
She looked like she was expecting it.
Yeah, that was my impression as well.
She gleefully leant into it.
Uh-huh. So, yeah. I'm just saying, like, It may be a mistake. This might be our opportunity to dispatch her.
Since we're outside the door, and she must be on the other side in the room, I am going to use my divine sense, second one for the time here, to see if there is any indication of celestial or fiend nearby. To get some sense if she is possessed in some way. Do I get that feeling from beyond the door?
No.
Yep. Oh.
I'll say no more.
Do we have a plan, or do we just go in all things blazing, or shall Pastor Timothy and myself go in early and then the rest of you sweep in?
Well, I am not known here. I could be your guard. Remember, I'm from the Hells. I have a way with words too. If you need assistance.
I'll give you this one for free. This is a walk-in closet here. And you have to go through the second door to get through. So the door's coming from that room to the north.
Okay. Do we need to... Oh, yeah, sorry, you go past that.
How about this for a working plan? Bailson and I go through and create as much of a distraction as we can as we are. Position ourselves in such a way as to maybe distract the people in there, and a predetermined phrase like 5 wins, go! Everyone else rush in if things don't go as well as we hoped.
Yes, perhaps you could convince her that you need to clean the crown or something like that.
Yeah,
You could.
I don't imagine she's going to give up the crown even to her mother, but I could perhaps put myself in a place that was... We could both put ourselves in a place that was advantageous to us in the ensuing scuffle.
Of course.
A bluff, but a bluff that'll only go so far.
What is this queen's attitude toward new people?
Does your character have a ponytail?
His hair is flopped over, shaved to the side like the token.
Right.
That could be misconstrued as a ponytail.
Queen Athena's attitude towards new people is the same as her attitude towards any people. She gives them no regard whatsoever. People are merely things in front of her that she will do what she will with. I believe that the only way that we could treat with her would be either to be so obsequious and fawning that she might enjoy our presence, or to surprise her in such a way that she would be taken aback.
Then bring me in as her new plaything.
Oh! Not a bad idea, Mr. Gravebound.
Shall I grab you and throw you in? Keep you bound, at least like the plaything as another traitor, which she would want to do what she will with? Is that what you're
Well-
suggesting?
Perhaps if I
Whatever
was
you
to go
dis-
first and announce this,
Mhm.
she may be more. Yeah, she might be more welcoming to it.
Certainly. Well, that sounds
It's from her
fantastic.
mother.
Oh yes. Let's do that.
Okay, so who's going in first? Pastor Timothy?
Yep, I'll go in first.
Do you just open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. So let me just reveal what you see in there.
Without a knock, what could your daughter be doing?
First of all, you see. Come on, roll 20. You see a creature that looks like this. And it's got a blade in its hand. And the blade is covered in blood. Right next to him, you see Queen Athena, herself fully covered in blood. And the most thing that strikes you immediately, despite what the token looks like, she is not wearing a crown. She has no crown upon her head. And you see, just as you open the door, you see this creature take a knife and just slash it across Queen Athena. It cuts it down on the arm, and then whoop, the arm heals up. That was a good one! What? So, Pastor Timothy, you're Queen of Lyrencia and Gravebound. You're just, what are you doing there? You're just...
I'm just the new plaything that queens bring into her daughter.
Make me a deception check at advantage, Pastor Timothy.
First one, yeah. Second one, better.
Okay, my roll 20 is seized up yet again, so can you tell me what the numbers are? Oh, I see. No,
18 and
That's it.
19 advantage.
What are you doing here, Mother? I thought
Daughter, Athena. I'm glad I found you. Hard at work and hard at play, I see.
You brought me another plaything.
I have. Have you ever heard of the 9 Hells? Here's something that's come straight from there, just for you to play with.
Oh, bring us
But
over.
daughter, your head. There is the crown. You should be wearing it.
I don't know. One of my sisters has it.
One of your sisters.
Yeah. We all take turns, and it's not my turn at the moment. It's an odd question to ask. It's obvious. One of my sisters has got it.
Oh yes, your sisters, and I know that she doesn't have any sisters, right?
As far as you know, Queen Waldron Azanar and Queen Laurencia had one child, and the one child was Queen Athena.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it is so hard to tell you darlings apart.
Well, we are triplets, of course. There is that consideration.
Yes. Well, darling.
Well,
This
you're acting a little. You're acting a little
Is he
odd,
giving you enough-
Mother. You're asking me questions that you really should know the answer to. Make me another deception check, Pastor Timothy. You got in. She recognized you.
Never mind. Nope. That one.
You've been working too hard, Mother. You gotta stop with this politics and deal making. Just concentrate and revel in the suffering and the heartache we've caused.
Oh, well, yes. But you know, darling, a mother's work is never done. I must make everything perfect for you and your sisters. But I see that you're having so much fun with your plaything right here. Perhaps this new one will be dessert for you. Come find me when you're finished with this one, and we'll give you this new plaything. But for now, let's find your sisters and see what they're up to.
You're acting really odd, Mother. You've never been so affectionate to me before. But that's okay. I understand. Hard work, all that stuff. Anyway, let us see what we can do with this. And she goes to claw Kayla, just trying to slice off a bit of flesh. Do you have anything prepared?
Lets it happen with this. Let's it happen with the charade.
Sure. She drags a claw.
But I think Pastor Timothy was saying, trying to stop her.
Yeah, I was trying to say that she's having so much fun with this one that she's got that will keep the new one for dessert, and try to get out of the room with Kayla, with Gravebound, for later. Because it doesn't even seem like this is the right one that we should be dealing with. Which is tough because Afina probably wants to fuck up this dude.
Can I assist? Because I have deception proficiency, and say, I'm from the hells. To get your appetite full before you try to take a step up to the advanced league.
Make a deception check. Pass it, Timothy, at advantage. Fuck all that! And she takes a swipe, rolls a 19, Kayla, or Gravebound.
Yeah, meets it, beats it.
So she kind of runs it along your arm and carves off a bit of flesh. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, yeah.
That was fun. Let's do it from the other side, make it even. She swings around to the other side, takes another swipe. This is a fun one. 16, which will miss. You just dodge out. No, stay still. And she goes for another swipe. Do you guys do anything?
I stayed still. They just scratched off my hard skin.
Better take it. She's going to keep on swiping at Kayla. Is anybody going to do anything?
Pastor Timothy, you're going to say the code words? 5 wins.
5 wins! 5 wins!
Yeah, let's go.
5 wins? What in the actual fuck are you talking about? Roll for initiative. One for that thing. One for the Queen. The Queen has sisters. That's interesting. What's up with that? Okay. Alright. As I imagine it's all lagtastic at the moment. Let's just go with Theatre of the Mind, so don't worry so much about your positioning. But Kayla, you are first to react as the Queen is slicing bits of flesh off you. What do you do?
Alright, well, let's go enfold and return it with a Fang Bite attack.
Sure. Yep.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So, is it 5 or piercing damage. Oh, yeah, so 5. Yeah, so regain 5 HP back. Okay, and because that was a melee attack, I'll go ahead and put a seal on her with no bonus action because the attack hit. My third out of 4 seals, so 1 seal left. And I will go ahead and stab her with the sword at advantage since she's indicted.
Sure. Yeah, that
24 to hit.
That hits. I mean, she's just wearing robes.
Okay.
She's not wearing armor. Why would she wear armor?
So 3d4 plus 1d8 plus 4. So, and I'll burn the seal too. I'm going to roll a d6 because I have 2 different fires I could choose from, fire or necrotic. So on a 1 to 3, it's a necrotic. On a 4, 5, or 6, it's fire. So let's see what the is 1 to 3. So this is necrotic damage. So that's not necrotic. Hold on. This is all normal. 9 plus 7, and then this is the necrotic damage. So enough to kill a noble.
Ah, fuck! And she dies.
That's the 2 attacks, and no bonus. Actually, no, I will use my... Nope, saving it, done.
Okay. Hector! The queen is dead. What do you do?
You are muted, Riley. So as you explain
yes.
this,
Yeah.
It's grappling time.
Okay, against this demonic-looking creature covered in blood. Let's just bring up its character sheet. 19 or 20, it'll avoid it. 10, it gets grappled.
Gives me 10 extra movement. I think I'll drag it over to this window.
Okay, sure. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Do you know that satisfying sound when a plum falls from a tree and hits the ground?
No, don't even know what a plum is.
Well, we're about to find out what it sounds like. I'm gonna throw out the window.
And the creature flies away.
Whoops.
Yeah, well, it's easy whoops to make. It's got it doesn't have wings, but it can fly. I'll just leave it at that. But it flies away. Regardless, it's left the combat arena. Okay. Is that your turn, Hick?
I want to go over to the window and see where it's flying. Is it flying away from the castle or like back to the castle?
On your turn, you can absolutely do that. But in the meantime, Queen Athena pops up and says, "Fuck, that really hurt! Ow!" And she comes back to life, stands to her feet, and goes for Kayla's eyes with a claw attack. Yeah! Rolls a 24. She tries to gouge out one of your eyes. But mechanically, just 4 points of damage. You guys are in so much trouble! Bielson.
I'm going to step in here. If I can work my way around to the other side, if it lets me.
Sure, we'll just say you go next to the queen. Next to the queen?
Yeah.
Okay,
I want
sure.
to be on the side of Kayla, and
Sure.
I'm just going to attack recklessly.
Sure.
Thank you. Here we go. Boom.
That definitely hits. Yep. They said she's just wearing royal robes, so she's not at all well armored. Ah, fuck! She dies.
And for a bonus action, can I try and rip the crown off her head?
No, no crown.
She's
She's
not
not wearing a crown.
She's not wearing it. Okay. Sweet. Cool. Rats. I am going to.
What did it look like when she came back? Did her wounds heal, or did she just like stand back up with all the wounds?
Her wounds closed up. I mean, she was already covered in blood to start with. But the mighty attack that Bowson did and that Gravebound did, they just heal up. She comes back. Is that your turn, Bowson?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to have a quick look around for any crown anywhere else.
Oh, I'll give you this for free. There is no crown in this room.
No crown in that room. Okay.
The creature that...
then in which case, would I be able to open... Oh, no, I'm going to listen to this door if I can.
I'll give you this one for free as well. It's just a bathroom.
It's a bathroom. That's where I keep my crowns, is in the bathroom. Yeah. Next to the throne.
Ha Okay.
All right, thank you.
The creature that was flown out the window flies away. Who knows where? Torque.
Alright, well, I'll make my way up into the room there, and since I've heard her get up and get down, I will just prepare an action to strike if the creature raises itself again.
Pass to Timothy.
I am going to. I'll move up here, just so other people can come in if they want to. And this thing is horrible, but I will offer a word of radiance. On its corpse, hoping that the light of the Redeemer, the word of the light of the Redeemer will hold it down when other damage types may not have.
Okay, you cast Word of Radiance on it. You will look at the radiant energy infusing her body. And you all wait for a moment for the Queen to get up yet again. And she doesn't. The Queen does not return back to life. She does not rise like Frankenstein, bending from the hips. That is not what happens.
By lightning bolt her to be safe.
Sometimes it takes the holy power of the Redeemer to get these things down. When hacking and slashing won't do. I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently there's two more of these blasted witches. So one of them must have the crown.
I'm more concerned about how 3 Princess Athenas has gone unnoticed for so long. Is this a recent development? Is she multiplying?
Well, from what she said before, it seemed like she thought the Queen should know that there was 3 of them.
So she's multiplying.
She's multiplied, yeah. What? Gentlemen, it seems we got our work cut out for us, and we must sally forth further into this castle.
Yes, well, it feels like we've gone all this far aside. Now, we haven't really found the room that would be his wife's room, will it? The Queen's room.
Well, she doesn't really have a room. She shares this room with the king.
Oh, the shared room with the king. Yeah,
The
that's
king
right.
gets his own room, but the queen does not.
Okay.
So,
Where
but-
would the... Yeah.
But the
Where
queen
would
is
the
dead.
fountain-
Long live the queen. Okay, gentlemen. It's late here
It's
in
time.
Canada. And Wiz... Not quite... what happens to Wiz? What do we want to do with Wiz?
Is Hector gonna throw me out the window too?
Well... Maybe I'll play Wiz as an NPC and maybe he'll be reckless and foolish and end up dead. Does that work for you?
Sure.
Pledges himself to be all and his soul goes to hell.
He'll go back to the tomb of the constructor to study all the spells to become a grand wizard.
Oh, there we go. Maybe Wiz will quietly excuse himself and become the most scholarly non-wizard that ever lived. All right, well, nice playing with you regardless. And
Nice playing with all you
Take
guys.
care.
Been fun.
Thank you very much.
you.
To
Wiz.
my beer selling adventures.
Ooh.
real life, eh? All right. Okay, yep, have fun, and we'll see you guys next week. And we should have a new player next week as well. In fact, my neighbor is joining in, so there we go.
Oh,
Fantastic.
wow.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
take care, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Great playing with you guys, and
Take care, guys. Yep, good
playing
playing.
with
Thank
you
you,
guys.
guys.
Thank you very much.